Yes. Yes, RAM. Like this? Okay.
Test. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Matt Walsh. I am the principal of Warren Tech, and I'm honored to welcome all of you to the Warren Tech and Never Summer Awards. We're going to kick things off with 4 young men that met and began to rock a little bit here in our audio production class, and I want to welcome them to the stage, the group known as Cinnamon Toast.
We're Cinnamon Toast, thank you! 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, my house. Show you the rules. It's my house. Call the police. That punk is playing at my house. It's my house. The neighbors won't. Call the police. Y'all playing at my house. It's my house. I set them up, kid. I set them up. You gotta set them up, ooh, yeah. You gotta set them up, ooh, yeah. Set them up. Set them up. 12 kids at my house, it's my house. You gotta set them up, kid. Set them up. I got your mama at my house, in my house. And your daddy said he wants a big. Oh, that's good at my house, in my house. You gotta set them up, kid. Set them up. When that punk's playing at my house, in my house. You gotta set them up. Set them up. Set them up. Set them up. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Set them up. All right. Thank you. Once again, we are One Direction. I mean Cinnamon Toast. And to my left is our guitarist Nico. The tall French one. Yeah, the good one. We got Elijah in the back. He invented electricity. Everybody knows that. Yeah. And I'm Jonah. He's Jonah. Come on. Thank you. We got one more for y'all. It's called Oasis. While you're holding on, you wanna get a move on. It's so easily. We don't have to believe. I believe now. Yeah. Don't you wanna get a move on? I'm in my body, losing somebody else. Both of the heads and hearts are getting themselves. Did you find it? Did you find it? When the feeling you got was good. Oh, did you find it? Did you find it? Oh, why me? Oh, but why you? We can't
time for Cinnamon Toast. Welcome, everybody. This is the March Madness for Warren Tech's graphic design and illustration programs. If you got a chance to look at the snowboards out in the Commons, to go from all of that great art down to 10 top choices makes a March Madness bracket look like child's play. And we look forward to showing you the best and brightest artists that Jeffco has to offer. My name is Eric Stout. I'm the Associate Principal of Warren Tech South, and I also have the great privilege of working with the graphic design and illustration program at Warren Tech. We're going to spend a lot of time tonight celebrating the partnership between graphic design and Never Summer. But before we get to that, I want to say just a few words about this ceremony here today. This event brings together 5 different Warren Tech programs across 2 different campuses in a true spirit of collaboration among students. We have our band that just played that came from our audio music production program taught by Mr. Ron Gordon, so thank you to them. Currently, this event is being both live streamed and recorded at a very complicated multi-view setup in our back room by our video production class taught by Mr. John White. Our lights, our sound, all of this whole theater is run by our live event production run by Mr. Drake Watkins. If you enjoyed any of our front of the house activities, including the cookies, the welcome, that is Resort and Event Management, taught by Ms. Lauren Tout. And of course, last but not least, none of this would be possible without our graphic design and illustration program. So before we move on, let's take a moment and take a look at how the graphic design and Never Summer partnership came to be.
We do a kickoff meaning that we have the representatives from Never Summer actually come to our classroom. They talk about what they're looking for as far as designs and what they've seen in the past.
You know, if you get a little bit of the wings and stuff cut off on the ends, that's fine.
Mood boards are a way to, collect imagery, patterns, colors, that you think is going to embody what you want this design to turn out to be. I'm seeing beginning sketches and the process, and I'm giving them pointers and fill in the whole space. But having a lot of open areas does help.
I get to see them starting out and what they're thinking about, and they've already got thoughts in their mind what their design's going to be like. After we kind of do our presentation on what the competition entails and everything, we can kind of look at their art and everything that they're doing.
It gives that student that first idea of okay, I can start thinking about what they need to do.
Guys, it's an amazing opportunity for you guys to work on some great stuff. It's also extremely daunting right now too, because you have this huge, giant project in front of you that is not due until January. You have all this pressure. The reason why they're here is because you guys can produce some amazing stuff. And each year I feel like it gets better and better.
Agree.
Early November, we go to the Never Summer factory.
They get to come on a factory tour where they actually can see the entire process of the boards from start to finish. And they get to see where we do the sublimation and the printing for the top sheets of our snowboards. So they get to talk to some of the technicians and see the actual production.
Like I said, I would really encourage you, if you do follow career design, understand the print process.
They get an idea how a snowboard's made.
I think Mr. O and Mr. C make it a point to visit the factory because it really inspires people to see that, like, board finish and printed is honestly a beautiful thing. That's also what really inspired me too, is just like seeing it in person.
All of the people that have to touch the snowboard before it even gets the design on it, you know, to really appreciate that process is, I think, a really unique experience that we get here.
It touches roughly about 42 different hands throughout the entire process.
The tour is very helpful and informational because it gave us like some criteria on how to do our designs and how to make the designs. What inspired me the most was just seeing the arsenal of all the graphics they had on all their boards and just getting a ton of inspiration from that.
When they see how the snowboards are made, it kind of makes more sense about why the design needs to be created in the certain format it is when they actually see the process.
Going there really showed the whole class how to really take graphic design to the next level.
And they have to learn how to produce something, not just draw it, but actually produce it.
We're over here thinking, oh my gosh, the design and the design and the design, but there's just so much more that goes into what's being represented and who we're making this for.
You know, students really have to think through their process. You know, they work on this they start on it in October and they have until January. In order to come up with a concept that's going to be a strong concept and something that's going to stand out is really difficult for students to do.
Something that's super important about this competition that I learned a lot from is the deadline. We're given 3 months to make this project, and you really have to understand the organization that goes into the project, because it's taking hundreds of hours to make this art piece.
It's really given me the opportunity to explore and learn, especially about like how can I make the composition of the board look satisfying. I'm also building a lot of connections, which is really great.
Last year, I feel like my board had some originality to it, but this year I'm going big or go home, you know, and I'm working on it in better time than I would have last year.
You should be having fun. If you're not having fun, then you got to step back or ask some people and say, what should I do?
I always go through a ton of designs before I end up on the one that I end up submitting. It's a really fun process, just the whole thing. I really like it all.
Being able to improve my skills in art and just having like a creative mind with the snowboard competition.
It's just great to see them be able to express themselves. You know, I think we say this every year, but like I wish I had this in high school, to, you know, to have that ability to express themselves, but also just the professional aspect of it, working with the clients and being able to push themselves, you know, and think in ways that they haven't had to yet.
And then Never Summer actually looks through all of those files and those sales pitches, and then they pick out 20 out of the 80 to 90 students that we have.
That's really hard to do, because there's always one I want in there, or Whitney wants in there, and we're like, can't we have 25? Why do we have to have just 20? It's a difficult process. We narrow it down to the top 20.
And then those 20 students, then they have about a 5-minute presentation that they have to do in front of Never Summer. So they go in front of Never Summer with their large printout of their snowboard, and they talk about their design, about why they created what they did, what was their motivation behind it, and why they should be picking that design too. That's a very important part about being a designer. It isn't just creating the work, it's convincing the client that the work that you created is the right work for them.
When we get to hear their backstory and their process and how much thought that they put into it, you know, it really carries a design forward and resonates with us. I do really like the colors that you use, like the different greens throughout. It's really warm.
This bar you see here is the color palette for most of the graphics that you see throughout the board.
Helps us understand them and why they wanted to create what they did.
Design, I really wanted to put myself in the bindings and see what I was going to be seeing. I tried to focus a lot on texture in this board, which you can see on the hair, the background, and the daggers.
The wires themselves, I decided I wanted to look dark but have enough contrast against each other so that you can tell that they are wires.
So, first thing that kind of came to mind was roses and butterflies. They are my favorite thing to draw. It was one of the first things I learned how to draw.
And so I ended up with this mountain morning design that was inspired by my original trip to Loveland Ski Resort.
I wanted to make something completely original. I wanted to make something that no one has seen before, and that challenge in itself was the driving aspect behind this design.
The focal point of my piece is a beetle. One of my favorite childhood memories is going in my backyard and collecting bugs and beetles, and it really brings me so much joy because no matter where I go and where I move, I always seem to find them.
I chose to stipple it, so the master copy of this piece took me about over 100 hours or so.
My board carries the idea of a border between worlds with its name and its story, a fantastical setting in a familiar object.
But overall, I just hope my board brings people to look back at their intertwined lifestyle and see how they can build their cityscape however they want.
Going down the slope, it feels smooth and magical in a way. That's what made me want to do the Leshy.
So purple symbolizes majesty as well, which is another name for this board.
Walks around the planet, finding people who are alone or misguided, so that's why it's in a forest setting.
My favorite kind of art to create is art that conveys a story. Art that communicates emotions that transcend the abilities of words. Art that goes beyond what you see.
I didn't want to do a stereotypical red phoenix, so I did a blue one instead, and that has symbolism towards my story as well.
And I managed to deliver a very colorful and vibrant cyberpunk city that I'm really proud of.
After that, Never Summer determines the top 10 finalists.
Once we get those 10 narrowed down, and that's when Whitney will get everything set to put it on our social media. We opened it up to the world to see, so it brought some of these designs out to our legions of fans across the world to really propel the contest into the next level. All the factory craftsmen and women in the company will go through and pick their favorite. So we'll have a social media favorite, a factory favorite.
So we kind of have 2 ultimate winners out of those 10.
We have the award ceremony in April at Warren Tech South in the theater. And it's great, it's fun.
So welcome to the 10th Never Summer Student Design Awards. I am Scott Ondahl, one of the instructors of the graphic design program at Warren Tech Central. Thank you for being here today.
I'm Tammy Morton, the technician for the graphic design department.
Thanks, Tammy. I'm Pete Kunis, the other graphic design instructor at Warren Tech.
So if I could introduce Whitney Quaid, one of the graphic designers for Never Summer, if she can come up here on stage. Nice round of applause for Whitney. Jeremy Sawyer, the creative director for Never Summer as well. And then finally, Vince Sanders, their chairman of the board, because he likes to shred.
Never Summer Industries, we're honored for this partnership. And I believe this is important for our society to support career and technical education. If I had this opportunity when I was in school, it would have gave me a big head start on what I do here at Never Summer. Once you see the boards, they always look better than the picture. They come out really beautiful. Hope you guys enjoy them, ride them, hang them on a wall.
Are you guys ready? Yes, I think so. It's now time to award our student snowboard designers.
First, we have Stev Macias with her design Blind Justice. Our next winner is Pink Rory Lim with her board Breath of Lao. Next, we have Maya Ross with her board Rosalie. Kai Leanne Trum with her board A Gift for You. Quinn Dickens with his board Suburbia. Next, we have Samantha Tilley with her board Precipice. We have Annika Aikman with her design Fond Memories. Next, we have Kylie Kissinger with her design 24 Roses. We have the factory vote, Tyson Tafoya with his intertwined lifestyle. Lastly, we have, which is the social media favorite, and it's Rose Walter with Sticky Situations.
That moment that we actually get to take the students' actual physical boards with their designs and hand it to them up on stage. This is probably my favorite moment.
Even though it is a competition, everyone's working together, everyone's being so supportive of each other.
It is such a pain deciding which snowboard to go with. I've got so many ideas and I have absolutely no clue which one's gonna end up being the final one.
Being an art kid, you get to work with a company, and you also get experience with that, especially for first years and second years, so you get a taste what the industry is like.
It's amazing seeing all the boards from everybody else coming together. I think it's definitely my favorite part is the creation and being able to show it off to Never Summer.
It's just been great. I've really enjoyed this project.
Seeing them get that experience and the passion and the ability to express themselves and to push themselves, I think is what I love the most.
I think it's such an awesome opportunity, and the people who run Never Summer are such
fun, creative individuals.
The opportunities that it's given me is it shows me professionalism, it shows me how I work with clients, and it just shows me the general process of a graphic designer in the industry today.
This is one of the first projects where we can make what we want to make, not what we're told to make.
The fact that it's going to be on the mountain and these people's art is just going to be, someone's going to be like enjoying that and appreciating that.
And I leave here and I think multiple times today I've just gotten like goosebumps of just the work that they're doing. Just like absolutely like blown away.
This class has helped me with like my drawing skills, with like my typography. It's gotten me good in like Adobe programs too.
After talking with them, I'm like, wow, this is a really good thing if this is resonating then, 5-6 years down the line.
And it's been really great, like being able to share my art with like-minded people and to share this passion for art and like build this really positive, supportive community.
Never Summer has actually just been a wonderful support for the students and their enthusiasm of our program and our school.
We're the only ones that they do it with. So we're very fortunate. Our students are very fortunate.
And then we start all over the next year. So, does that help?
Yes.
Okay. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. All right. You don't need to interview anyone else, right? You're done. No, I'm just kidding. Program here at Warren Tech Central. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Scott. My name is Tammy Morton. I'm the graphic design technician for the program. I've had the opportunity to work with our students over the years, creating many of the marketing materials, such as stickers, storefront window graphics, and banners for Never Summer.
Thanks, Tammy. I'm Pete Kunis, one of the instructors in the graphic design program at Warren Tech. It's great to see everybody here to celebrate our students. It's awesome to see how much this partnership with Never Summer has grown over the years. Yeah, 12 years, right? And right now, we'd like to introduce our principal, Matt Walsh.
All right, thanks, Pete. Hey, before these guys get back to their seats, I mean, after that film and all of this work, can we please give another round of applause for Pete and Tammy and Scott? These are two of the most humble or three of the most humble and professional individuals that I've ever worked with, and it's been an honor. So it's also an honor to be the principal of Warren Tech, and I want to welcome all of you here today. In addition to Never Summer, in addition to Pete and Scott and Tammy, there's so many other people that play a part in this project and in supporting our students in doing this. In the crowd today, I know that there are principals, there are counselors, there are teachers, there are family members, and district leadership, and I just want to thank all of you for coming today to support our students, because again, this wouldn't be possible without just this amazing community that we have together here at Warren Tech and in Colorado. So thank you very much for being here and supporting our kids. Now that picture, I love that picture. 40 years ago, that was me on a Burton mountain board, and I think I was probably like 8th or 9th grade at the time. But there was no way at that time that I could have ever imagined that I'd be standing here today, that I would be a principal, that I would have the opportunity to work with such amazing people in such an amazing industry. Like we always say when we're touring Warren Tech, it's like, man, I wish there was something like this, you know, when I was in school. Partnering on my art, or partnering on art with Never Summer. Back in the 1985, that'd have been like, you know, a high school student writing a song with Bruce Springsteen or something. Just unheard of. You couldn't even wrap your mind around it. And I'm so proud that now we're an organization. We're not only a school, but we're a school district that provides these opportunities to our students. And we have industry partners such as Never Summer and so many of our other industry partners. Warren Tech began 51 years ago. And contrary to popular belief, we didn't have a graphic design and illustration program at the time. At the time, I think it might have been printing. We also had an upholstery program and some other really unique things. But over these past 51 years, with the support of our community and Jeffco, Warren Tech has had the opportunity to evolve and continue to provide unique experiences to students throughout Jefferson County Public Schools. And I'm proud that the work that we do at Warren Tech now today, not only in our graphic design, but also in our intro to nursing, cybersecurity, aircraft maintenance, film and video. I mean, so many of our programs have these partnerships and have these opportunities for students that could never have been imagined years ago. And so with that, I'm extremely proud to be here and just kind of share this time in recognizing our students. Now, none of this could be possible without the leadership of our district. And it's at this time that I would like to introduce a leader in Jefferson County Public Schools that has brought a vision and ideas to embrace these opportunities for our students, to reimagine high school and to provide students with a seminal experience that launches them into career, college, post-secondary, you name it. And I'm so proud now to be a part of an organization, not only Warren Tech, that does this for our students, but to be working with a leader and working in a district that is making these opportunities available for all students across all of Jeffco. So with that, would you please welcome our superintendent, Ms. Tracy Dorland.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Also, by the way, I'm jealous of your really sick picture on an old school snowboard. I don't have any of those that I can show. You were much cooler 8th grader than I was. I was only probably in 4th grade then, though. Just joking. Where are our students? Right here in the front row? Awesome. Hi. It's really great to be here. I am Tracy Dorland. I'm the superintendent, very proud superintendent of Jeffco Public Schools. I want to recognize that we also have Miss Mary Parker in the room today, joining us for this event. She's our board president. Mary, thank you for your support and your unwavering dedication to serving on our board and serving our community, and your passion for public education and the students we serve. When Warren Tech reached out to me to be part of this awards ceremony, saying yes was a very easy decision. This is one of my favorite events of the year, and it's one of my favorite partnerships that we in Jeffco Public Schools have with Never Summer Snowboards. And to our students, I want you to hear really clearly this next statement I'm about to make. In Jeffco, we are leaders building a community of leaders. And today we have the opportunity to celebrate you all being leaders of your own lives and stepping into an extraordinary student experience where you got to be a leader using your creativity and contributing to an incredible industry in the state of Colorado. And I want you to just take a minute, because all the hard work that's gone into this has led to this moment, and take a deep breath and just sit and be proud. Be proud of yourself for being here today, but also all the small steps you took to get to this place and this success. Because I know for each and every one of you, it's going to be the first of many opportunities that you have for success. Whether it's with graphic design or another passion in art or another field of study that you find over the course of the rest of your high school career and after high school, you are in charge of your life. And our job here, as Mr. Walsh said, was to give you extraordinary student experiences to explore what your passions are. And you all should be so proud for the work that you've put in and the product that you have today. I know I'm proud of you, and I know there are many other people in this room today that are proud of you. Today, we have the opportunity to celebrate you and this Never Summer Capstone Snowboard Design Project and the incredible career technical educators who inspire and empower our students to be their best. I will tell you personally, at the Jeffco Schools Foundation Gala event last year, there was 2 Never Summer snowboards developed by our Warren Tech students that were then taken by our welding students at Warren Tech Central and turned into a snowboard bench. And my husband and I were sitting at the gala, and it was up for live auction, and lo and behold, my husband Ben went ahead and kept bidding up, I think maybe, Ms. Parker, your husband, and we won the snowboard bench. And it is now on my back patio, and we sit in it all the time when we're outside. And so that's just a special story connection for me of this program, and a really great example of the partnership between all of the different Warren Tech components of what our students are able to participate in, the welding students and the graphic design students coordinating together to create a really beautiful product. And so for more than 50 years, as Mr. Walsh explained, Warren Tech has provided students with a place to hone their skills, explore their interests, and gain real-world, industry-driven experience. Warren Tech is a great example of a relevant student learning experience where kids are motivated by being able to explore an industry and have that hands-on experience. Look around. Notice the event program, the delicious food, the music. While today is an awards ceremony for graphic design and illustration, students from live sound and event production, audio and music production, film and media arts, and resort and event management have all played a key role in making this event happen. The collaboration of so many programs is a unique characteristic within the Warren Tech community. Of course, as we celebrate our students' success, I also want to recognize the incredible educators who make it all possible. Can all of our Warren Tech educators please stand up and be recognized? Please, everyone stand up. Thank you for everything you do for our students. Thank you. Thank you for taking your industry expertise and passions and sharing those with our students to guide them along their way. I'd also like to give a special acknowledgement to Scott Odendahl and Pete Kunis, Warren Tech's graphic design and illustration instructors, for setting a high bar and empowering students to reach new heights that they may never have thought imagined possible. Thank you for your vision and your commitment to this program. And then I'm going to assume, I'm having a hard time seeing everything out there because of the lighting that happens when you stand on a stage occasionally, but I'm going to assume that we have parents, grandparents, guardians, and other adults in this room right now that really care deeply about the students who are being recognized. And please know, as educators, we can't do this work without you. We appreciate your partnership, and I just want to acknowledge all of you in the room who care and love on the students who are here today. So thank you for being here. I look forward to hearing about the incredible paths these students take in their creative journeys. I am truly grateful to be here. Thank you for letting me share this special moment with you. And now I'm going to hand it back over to Mr. Walsh. Is that true? Nope. Oh, Scott, Mr. Odendahl. I'm handing it back over to Scott, who is going to get us through our ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy, and thank you, Matt, as well, too, and thank you, Eric, for being here, too, as well. Whew, we got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of things, people to talk to. I know you guys are anxious to get those snowboards here too, but we do have some other people we want to introduce. You kind of already saw this on the video, but I want to bring up Never Summer up on stage too. If you could welcome the Never Summer representatives as they come up. Thank you, Never Summer. Come on up on stage. We have Whitney Quaid, the Assistant Creative Director for Never Summer, Jeremy Sawyer, the Creative Director, and Vince Sanders, the Chairman of the board. And they're going to talk a little bit about their partnership with us.
Thank you, Scott. As we celebrate anniversaries, Never Summer recently celebrated our 34th anniversary. The idea for Never Summer was started by two brothers in 1983, 10 years after Warren Tech opened their doors in '73.
So that's the time to play the video, guys.
Well, it started in a garage. My brother and I were avid skiers when we were little kids. And a friend of mine's older brother took us snowboarding to Berthoud Pass back in late 1982. And the first time I did it, I was hooked. Because when we were kids growing up in Colorado, we'd go visit our relatives out in California, and we'd go to the beach. And obviously, you know, when you're a little kid and you see surfers, you're like, man, I want to do that someday. Well, living in Colorado, I guess the next best thing is to surf snow. And so the snowboards at that time, you know, you had Burton and Sims and Barfoot and a couple of other brands, and most of the snowboards back in the early 80s looked like surfboards. And you were basically going to the backcountry, whether it was Berthoud Pass or Loveland Pass. And so we went up to Loveland Pass back in late 82, and then Berthoud Pass that same day. I'm talking about the first day I ever snowboarded. And I was just hooked. You know, being a skier, going to the backcountry. And I was never, when I was a kid, I wasn't that good of a backcountry skier. I was more into just going fast. But being able to go in you know, the trees and in deep powder with a snowboard, there's no other feeling. And so we were hooked. And the snowboards were pretty simple back then, you know, basically horizontal lamb plywood. And my brother and I were pretty good, you know, building forts when we were kids. So we're like, hey man, we can build some snowboards. So we started building snowboards, and we started a company with a friend, Scott Rolfs, and it was called Swift Snowboards. And we did that from 1983 to 1986. Did that for 3 years, realized that I'm not gonna make a lot of money with, you know, snowboards without, you know, being so young, not having a college education. I'm like, man, I gotta go to college. So I went to CSU, my brother went to CSU. We ended up moving out to California in the mid to late 80s. And he lived up in Huntington Beach, I lived in San Diego. We enjoyed surfing, but we missed snowboarding. So we started to go snowboarding in the late 80s up at Snow Summit in Big Bear. And fell in love with snowboarding again, and wanted to go to Colorado because, you know, better snow. And so came back home in 1990, sorry, and started Never Summer in 1991.
Well, that was pretty cool, huh? Yeah, to think about, you know, Tracy, when he and his brother Tim started Never Summer, they were in high school. So you can have those big dreams and they can, you know, come true. I want to thank you all for coming. This is a very important partnership for Never Summer Industries, and so rewarding for me personally. 13 years ago, I was giving a tour of our factory to a teacher and some students. That teacher was Peter Kunis, and the students were from Warren Tech. I hadn't seen Peter since he did skateboard graphics in the 90s for a skateboard and snowboard shop I had right here in Jefferson County. At the end of this tour, we came up with the idea to get the students involved, and it has evolved into this amazing contest. The progression on the designs is incredible. If you look back over the years, it's really cool to see that timeline. But selecting the top 20 each year to give their presentations on their designs is very difficult, let alone selecting these top 10 winners. That's really hard for us. The inspirations for the designs are so impactful, and many of these graphics, could be commercially viable boards, really. This is a huge opportunity to get a custom board made with your graphic. I get people all the time, to ask me if we can make one-off boards. We just don't do that. I say we only make these one-off boards for Warren Tech, so unless you can create a time machine, go back to school, get into the top 10, that's not possible. This is an amazing opportunity, really, and it's a big advantage, but the bigger advantage is attending Warren Tech. You can't ask for better instructors. You can learn the latest programs and techniques, connect with other like-minded individuals, and really express your art. It really prepares someone for life after high school, regardless of what they decide to do. I've had so many former students come up to me and say that the design contest was the highlight of their high school, but also were the teachers in Warren Tech were a big part of their high school years. I want to thank Whitney right here for all her help with the student meet and greet, the top 20 presentations, answering countless emails on design questions from the students, and also a big thanks to our production manager and all our staff for getting all these beautiful boards made. Congrats to all you winners. We're really excited for you to see your boards, so let's give out some boards.
Whew, all right. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah. The graphic design program at Warren Tech has built many partnerships over the years in and outside of Jefferson County to create those real-world assignments for our students. I think that's what our students really like about coming to Warren Tech, because a lot of times when you're in regular class, you're like, when are we going to use this in the real world, right? Well, welcome to the real world. This is real. This is actually really cool. Students research industry trends, engage in client meetings, practice professional communications, design creative resumes, portfolios, websites. They present their work in front of industry leaders. They enjoy the ability to create work that's more than just a class project, but an actual design piece that has real-world applications and used by a client. One of these partners that worked with us the past 12 years has been Never Summer.
Our students work on design projects over the school year to produce marketing materials for them. This includes stickers, banners, window graphics for individual snowboard shops, and many other products that Never Summer puts to use for their clients and events that they have nationwide, even worldwide. All of our students will put their snowboard designs into their portfolios and websites in preparation for their upcoming industry interviews at the end of this semester at Red Rocks Community College. Never Summer has also worked with us to create a design competition for our students that has evolved to the artistic level that you will see today. Each year our students have made it more and more challenging, which is good, and making it harder for Never Summer to pick just 10.
Students will be receiving snowboards with their own designs on them as awards. Never Summer also provides us with additional snowboards with our student designs to support our program. Proceeds from the sale of these snowboards go back into our program to help maintain existing equipment and purchase new equipment and supplies. These extra snowboards with our student designs will be sold by the graphic design program at Warren Tech. So please support our program by purchasing a new Never Summer snowboard with our students' designs. It's better than selling butter braids at the end of the school year, right? Okay. We do want to thank a few people here too as well, and Mr. C is going to run through that list, and then we're going to give out some snowboards.
Yes. Okay, sounds good. Yes, as mentioned earlier, This is a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of students, a whole bunch of things coming together on one day at the end of the school year. So Brandon McDaniel, facility manager, and his crew for Warren Tech South, Ron Gordon, the audio and music production instructor, and his students, Drake Watkins, the live sound and event production instructor, and his students for all of this. Right. Thank you, guys. Lauren Tout, the resorts and events management instructor, and her students, Sarah Washington, our learning specialist, Roy Ralston, our counselor, John Link, our English content specialist, DJ Rochelle and Dennis Liu from the district IT department, John White, the instructor of the video production program, and his students for streaming, documenting, and recording this event, and that fabulous documentary that they put together. We have Eric Stout, our assistant principal for the graphic design program and Warren Tech South. He's always supported our program partnerships to help us empower our students' learning. Matt Walsh, our principal, always a great supporter of the program, has a shared vision with us, and we go way back in the program. We'd not be here today honoring these artists with Never Summer if it wasn't for Matt believing in us and providing the support to make it happen. And lastly, thanks to Tracy Dorland, our Jeffco Public Schools superintendent, for supporting this opportunity for us to partner with industry professionals like Never Summer.
Okay, now it's time to award our student snowboard designers. Students, as your name is called, you're going to come up to the stairs and receive your award. This is the hard part about our class too as well. We also ask that you say a few words about your design at this time too. Afterwards, please go to the right of the stage and stand along that area over there with your snowboards, and at the end, we will all come up in front, and you'll be able to take pictures of everyone that's there too. We encourage parents, please come up, take pictures. Okay, this is only going to happen this one time, so if you need to do that, make sure to come on up for that too. And students, when you're up here, remember to smile. Okay, and pause, because I know it's a little scary when you come up here too as well. But I'm going to turn this over to Vince and Whitney and Jeremy, and they are going to start awarding our first winners.
Okay, our first winner is Basil Lai Payne with their board Early Bird.
This mic is really far away. Oh, great. Yay. Hi, my name's Basil. This is my board. I'm very nervous and very unprepared, so I want to get my thank yous out of the way first so I don't forget anyone. I wanted to thank Never Summer Industries first. Vince, Whitney, and Jeremy are so wonderful to work with. They make the presentations easier because they're not scary people. So thank you so much for this opportunity. I wanted to thank all my instructors, so Mr. C, Mr. O, Miss Morton, and also Mr. Link. They're all so excited for their students, especially Mr. Link. He helps us with the speeches, and he's so enthusiastic about it. And I just appreciate all of their support. And then I want to thank my dad for showing up because he was really busy today. So hi, Dad. So my board is a linoleum print. All of the black pieces are carved stamps that I hand carved. I was super excited about this project. I'm a second year, and so I already had experience before with making a board, and I really just view this as an opportunity to do something I wanted to do, and I thought it was a great excuse to make giant linoleum stamps. I really appreciate Miss Morton as well for agreeing to buy so many materials for me and never making it seem like I was a burden or a problem for it. It's so wonderful how much funding we have and how much opportunities for different mediums that we have in this program. And then I wanted to just acknowledge all the other people that got in the top 10. I'm really proud that I get to have my design with your guys' designs. They're all really cool. So thank you.
All right, next we have Adeline Westfall with their design Bones and Bark.
Wow, it's so pretty. Thank you, Never Summer, for another amazing opportunity and allowing me to participate a second year and present my design. It means a lot. And I want to thank my instructors that have been super supportive over the past 2 years and guiding me throughout this kind of getting my foot in the door in the graphic design industry. I want to thank the other students that were surrounding me. They are very supportive, they give great input, and it's more of a community there. And I want to thank my parents that rushed me down here from a varsity golf tournament this morning, which is why I was late. And I look like a highlighter a little bit. This board is about overcoming challenges and being able to become a better person at the end of the day from those challenges. It's supposed to mimic the texture and likeness of oil pastel to have that kind of sense of nostalgia and softness, while I used color theory of kind of purples and yellows to further enhance that and further acknowledge the story of the board, which is based off of Norse mythology. But thank you.
Okay, the next winner is Polly Fagan with their board, Peregrination.
Wow, this is so pretty. Okay, so I'm super nervous and I'm probably gonna talk super fast, but I'm gonna try to calm down here. But this is my board, Peregrination, which means a meandering journey of life. So I think the vine kind of represents the beginning of it, and the flowers represent the journey, and the vibrant colors represent the journey, I guess. I was super excited that I got even picked for the top 20, and I was waiting for the Instagram post to be out for the top 10, and when it was out, I was driving up, my brother was driving me up the mountain to go to school, and I saw the post, and I got so excited that I got in the top 10. I've never been snowboarding before, so this is for sure gonna make me go do that. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, our next winner is Angie Jensen with the Philosopher's Stone.
Wow, I can't see. This is so cool. I really want to obviously thank Whitney, Vince, and Jeremy for this whole opportunity. It's been a super fun time. It's fun going through the whole design process and talking with like all of my classmates and seeing how everybody else is doing. I want to thank, oh, they're not here anymore. I want to thank my instructors because they're so supportive and helpful with everything. And then also just anybody that I shook down and said, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? How do I make this better? But it's really enjoyable. So my design is focused around Renaissance alchemy. So I just did so much research for this. I was like looking through like old texts, and like I looked at like flower language, and it was just really fun to learn about something while also designing something for other people. Yeah, it's been a great time. Thank you.
All right, our next winner is Samora Howlett with their board, Undead Love.
I just want to thank Never Summer for this opportunity and my parents and instructors for all their support. and I really just wanted to make something that reflects my childhood in this board and have all the vibrant colors and a lot of the things I used to like to draw.
Okay, our next winner is Clara Olson with their board Skyward Summit.
It's so pretty. Seeing in the light is insane. It's gorgeous. Okay. Hi. I would like to start by saying thank you to Never Summer, my parents, and my instructors for making all of this possible. Skyward Summit is a piece that's very close to my heart. It represents my love of the outdoors, and it provides a small window into my view of our beautiful world, our world that needs our protection now more than ever. Skyward Summit provides a breath of fresh air. It captures one of my favorite feelings, the feeling you get when sitting by a fresh alpine lake and watching the wildlife. Thank you.
Okay, our next winner is CJ Walter with their board Beyond the Horizon.
Oh my God, I might throw up. All right. Okay, so where do I start? I want to thank all of Never Summer. I'm not going to try names because I'm not going to pronounce them correctly. I want to thank you guys so much for the opportunity. This is such an amazing opportunity to be able to be a part of every single year. It is so cool to be able to express creative freedom and work with so many unique people. I want to thank my family, my parents, my sisters especially, for being such an inspiration. I don't say enough. You guys inspire everything that I do. I want to thank my friends and the top 20, or top 10, top 20, you know, the people. They do so many amazing things and were tolerant of me smacking my head into a wall for hours and hours while I sat through program crashes and carpal tunnel. I'm like, I can remember the word. This board is based off of Greek mythology. There's a little bit of the story of like Icarus and the Minotaur and a couple other aspects. There are little hidden stars that I put in here. This board took over 60 hours of work, not including the crashes, on a 7-year-old iPad on one layer, which it did not love. So it took a little bit of effort, but I am so incredibly proud of everything that I've accomplished with it. I want to thank my instructors, finally, for everything. I would not be here without you. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, next we have Jack Alicia with their board, The Awakened Flame.
This is awesome. Before I get into my board, I'd like to first thank God for blessing me in my life and just want to thank him for everything he's done for me. And then I also want to thank my parents and thank my instructors. Thank you for Never Summer for this opportunity. Wow, this seeing it in person is crazy. My inspiration for this board is my great-grandma Shirley, who's 102 and still alive to this day. She used to travel the world, and she always would tell me about her trips to Japan, so I wanted to do an old-fashioned Japan type of art style, and I just added fire because fire's dope. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, next we have Adam Kerwin, who's the factory favorite vote with Astro Tune.
No one's shaking your hand yet. I'm sorry about that. All right, perfect. Start off with saying thank you, Never Summer. Probably some of the most down-to-earth people, the easiest people to work with. If I ever go to the industry, when I do, I hope everyone's like you guys. Thank you to my parents out there who pushed me into doing WarrenTech in the first place. Definitely on the fence about that, but I'm so glad that I did. And thank you to my instructors as well for pushing me to do everything that I've done in the class. I had so much fun doing this board. 90% of it was what can I do for the fun of it. Just, you know, whatever popped into my head, whatever spilled out, I threw onto the board and colored it with whatever color seemed necessary. Had so much fun. All right, thank you guys.
Okay, now we have the popular vote, Kira White with their board Dark Room Bloom.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Never Summer. Thank you to my friends and family. I think my friends and family sent this to everybody we knew just so I could get this vote. My board is based off of darkroom photography. I have done it for like years and years upon end, and it's definitely something that I hold close to my heart. Yeah, thank you.
Stage, parents, come on up. By the way, if I would have told any of these students at the beginning of the school year, you're gonna have to come on stage and talk about your artwork, they would have gone, oh my gosh, I would have never done that. But hands on, you know, round of applause for these guys doing a presentation, that's a lot. All right, here's our 12th year winners, Never Summer Snowboard. Congratulations, guys.
We want to get a picture with you. Is that okay? Yep. This is our board president and now the superintendent.
To the boy. Me either. I'm like trying to find my parents. Another one?
That's it. That's our presentation, guys. We are done. They're gonna take these home. That is it. Make sure to hang out, get pictures together. I know people want to do that too as well. There's some media people that might be talking to some people too as well. But an awesome job today, guys. Amazing.
Thank you very much.